this now to Telangana. Well, BJP Telangana President Bandi Sanjay was arrested in the middle of the night yesterday from his Karimnagar residence. He was arrested in connection with the SSC paper leak case. The secondary school certificate question paper for Hindi was allegedly leaked on Tuesday, that is yesterday, in Warangal, just minutes after the examination began. A day earlier, on the 3rd of April, the SSC question paper of another subject was leaked again a few minutes after the exam began. Now, according to the police, the Hindi paper was circulated on social media by Buram Prashant, a former journalist who's now a BJP member. This has stoked a massive controversy in the state. BJP workers were out on streets against the state government over what they called was excessive police action. They called Bandi Sanjay's arrest blatant misuse of power by the KCR government. They alleged political vendetta. Now, the FIR that has been filed in this particular case doesn't say that Bandi Sanjay was involved in paper leak, but he was arrested, in fact, for allegedly provoking students and BJP workers to stage a protest. Here's what the FIR mentions. It says that Bandi Sanjay said the government is responsible for the paper leak. He provoked students to stage protests. He wanted to create a law and order problem, which is why he was arrested. He wanted to disturb the continuation of these exams and create a sense of panic and fear. This was to demoralize students who were appearing for that exam, which is why the state government and the police felt that a preventive arrest of Bandi Sanjay was necessary. That's what the FIR reads. So is there a case that is made out against Bandi Sanjay or not? That is something they will have to prove in a court of law. Now, in the last few months, the exam paper leak controversy has hit Telangana on 2 occasions. Interestingly, in one case, the name of K.T. Ramarao was raised by the BJP, and in the other, in which Bandi Sanjay has now been arrested. The first one was the public service paper leak of Telangana, in which the paper was stolen and leaked. As far as the other case goes, there were 2 Class 10 SSC question papers that were leaked on 2 different occasions in this particular week. As far as the TSPC paper leak is concerned, 9 people have been arrested for cheating and for criminal breach of trust. 4 people, including Bandi Sanjay, were arrested for the SSC paper leak. As far as the TSPSC paper leak is concerned, K.T. Ramarao's personal assistant allegedly had links with one of the accused. That is what Bandi Sanjay and the BJP has been claiming. In fact, the Congress too has been demanding K.T. Ramarao's resignation. As far as the SSC paper leak is concerned, the leak was allegedly by an ex-journalist who now is a BJP member, which is why the connection with Bandi Sanjay. The charge of a paper leak from KTR's office came to the fore that was made by both the opposition parties in Telangana, which is the Congress and the BJP. As far as the SSC paper leak is concerned, the paper was allegedly sent to Bandi Sanjay on social media. That is the allegation that is being made out. So is this just a coincidence, the 2 different cases and the 2 parties that seem to be linked to it? Is there more to it? That's debate number 2 on The Right Stand.
केसीआर की जंगल राज की भ्रष्टाचारी तानाशाही सरकार बौखलाहट में, हताशा में, निराशा में अपने ऊपर लगे आरोपों से ध्यान डाइवर्ट करने के लिए ये गंदा खेल खेल रही है।
We have some breaking news that's now coming in. The investigation is ongoing there on ground, and Bandi Sanjay and 3 others who were arrested yesterday have now been remanded to judicial custody until the 19th of this month. Swastika, my colleague, joining us to get us more details on this. Swastika, Bandi Sanjay and the others were produced before a magistrate just a short while ago. We're given to understand they are going to be leaving from there shortly, where he is going to be then put into judicial custody.
Yes, but Bandi Sanjay and 3 others have been remanded to judicial custody till the 19th of April. And in fact, even as we speak, I'm going to ask Venkatesh YVG to show you the visuals. You can see Bandi Sanjay there waiting in the lobby. This is the magistrate's house. Just a few minutes ago is when the magistrate order came in, where it was given that Bandi Sanjay has been remanded to judicial custody till the 19th of April, and he's been waiting here like this for the last couple of hours, for at least 3.5 hours now, and we are given to understand that the next legal course of action that the BJP mulls to take is to file a bail petition before the magistrate, the first class magistrates court, and that is something that is likely to come up tomorrow. This is something that the BJP is planning to move in its next course of action. And you can also see the police here have been deployed. No BJP Karyakartas have been allowed to enter this entire zone. In fact, they've cordoned off this entire area to prevent any law and order situation. Very quickly, why Mr. Bandi Sanjay, who has been named as A1 in the SSC paper leak scam, is in the eye of the storm. He's been accused of provoking violence. He's been accused of conspiring with the co-conspirators A2 and A3 and A5 to resort to malpractices in SSC public examination with an intention to create rumors and provoke breach of peace of the ongoing public examination. He had received question papers. He was the one, according to the remand report, conspired with A2, got his hands on the Hindi question paper, and then tried to create panic amongst the general public by trying to dub it as yet another paper leak scam and target the BRS government. These are the allegations largely surfacing in the remand report that we have shown you. Back to you.
Right, so any minute now we are expecting Bandi Sanjay to be taken out of the magistrate's home, where he was just produced a short while ago. The court was shut, which is why he was produced before a magistrate. His lawyers are still speaking with him, perhaps charting out the next course of action. He has been remanded to judicial custody under the 19, which means he can apply for bail and seek bail. Whether that happens right away or in the coming few days, that is something that we will have to wait and watch out for. But for the moment, Swastika, thank you so much for getting us the latest. We will keep coming back to you as we see some action on ground there. But is this case made out against Bandi Sanjay, or is this misuse of agencies that the opposition claims the BJP does, an allegation against the BRS government in this case? And Tom Vadakan of the BJP and Vishnuvardhan Reddy of the BRS continue to be with me on this broadcast. And Mr. Reddy, I'd like to begin with you. The allegation that the opposition, including the BRS, makes against the BJP of using agencies against your political rivals, that's the same allegation you face today. Because as far as the FIR against Bandi Sanjay is concerned, it does not really detail the role he played in the actual leak itself.
So, the police commissioner, the Warangal police commissioner, has addressed the press earlier today in the evening around 5:30 p.m. and he did explain about what Bandi Sanjay's role was. So the paper leak which happened yesterday morning, Mr. Bandi Sanjay, who is accused number 1 in this case, was in contact with accused number 2, Mr. Mr. Prashant. Both were in contact a day before. They both spoke on WhatsApp calls. They both exchanged WhatsApp messages, and everything was shown and presented to the media by the police commissioner himself. So calling it out as a witch hunt, making remarks as, this is a baseless case that wouldn't stand in the court. Let the courts decide, because we have concrete evidence of what Bandi Sanjay's role was. And if you look at it retrospectively, a couple of months back, Mr. Bandi Sanjay, in his address to the people, had made a statement and asked and urged the youth to keep their studies aside, the employees to not go to work, and for the people who are in business to stop running their businesses for the next 8 months, and to tow with him so that BJP can come back to power. So these were the statements that were made in public. So it exposes the mindset of Mr. Bandi Sanjay, who always tries to rake up emotions, who tries to, create a law and order situation. We've seen in the past.
So this is a preventive arrest because he's known to stoke tensions, Tom Vadakan.
Yes, even in the Greater Hyderabad elections a couple of years ago, he called out for a surgical strikes against a certain community. And he was all.
But he was stoking passions back then a case should have been filed in those particular cases, and the arrest should have been made in those particular cases. But in any case, I would like Tom Vadakan to respond to the allegations that you're making. Yes, Tom Vadakan.
Poonam, the reality is Prime Minister is visiting Hyderabad, and there he's about to announce a huge project about 15,000 crore. Now, the sense that they're getting in BRS is a situation they are counting their last days, and they know they're going to lose this election. So this is basically a sense of encirclement. Now, what is the charge sheet? 16 hours after arresting him in the middle of the night, it takes them 16 hours to get an FIR filed. And there too, there is no, because application of mind is cooking up a story. When you cook up a story, there are, all these kind of pitfalls. Well, it went into his WhatsApp. I can send some WhatsApp to you and then say, Poonam, look, you have leaked papers. Now, that makes no sense. And this WhatsApp issue.
No, I think Mr. Tom Vadakan, you need to understand the fact that Mr. Bandi Sanjay has not submitted his post. He has not submitted his post.
Vishnuvardhan Reddy, I gave you your time to make your point. Let Tom Vadakan finish and I'll come back to you. Yes, Tom Vadakan, go ahead.
Poonam, the fear is that Mr. Sanjay has now reached a point of, demolishing the BRS in its own state. So they have no option but to lock him up. And they have cooked up a tale saying that he is party to this leak. The leaking has been happening much before he came into the picture. There's been leak of the budget. Now, are you telling me the budget leak was also part of Sanjay's activity? Are you telling me the other paper leaks are all part of Sanjay? The point is, he wanted to point out this whole issue that leakages are happening like hell. And students, he wanted them to protest that you can't conduct an examination like this. This is discriminatory. And what is wrong with it? What is the role of the opposition? It's to show the light, to tell the party that is in dispensation that, look, you are on the wrong. You're getting it all wrong. Your budget is leaking. Your papers are leaking. Something wrong with you. To put him under arrest for 14 days. The point is, you are creating a situation where you think the BJP will get affected by all this rackets of yours. No.
Sure. It's election year, Vishnuvardhan Reddy. Can we divorce the things that are happening in the state from the fact that it is election year, in fact?
Yeah. So let me tell you, Mr. Tom Vadakan made a statement that the Honorable Prime Minister is visiting Telangana and is going to announce mega project. But in the last 9 years, since the formation of Telangana, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has been showing stepmotherly treatment towards Telangana. There have been promises which were made to Telangana under statute in the AP Reorganization Act of 2014, which was made in the Parliament. And not a single promise that was made to Telangana has still been implemented here. So, Prime Minister Modi comes here just because it's an election year. He makes some, big announcements because he wants to, start his own, mode of campaign. We understand that. But the ground reality is Telangana has always been discriminated. The very formation of Telangana, Mr. Prime Minister Modi ji in the Parliament has said that, Telangana was formed by killing mother and giving birth to a child.
Sure.
So expecting something from Prime Minister Modi, Telangana people know it very well. We've not been granted a single educational institute, whether it's medical college. Out of the 157 that have been sanctioned across India, Telangana didn't get one. We didn't get a IIIT. We didn't get a National Institute of Design. We didn't get Navodaya schools.
Sure, but coming back to the point that we are discussing right now, Vishnuvardhan Reddy, like I said, we've seen these allegations fly thick and fast on both sides. KTR and his office has also been accused of playing a role in a paper leak for the Public Service Commission.
Yeah, let me clarify.
So all of this, is it just related to the elections is what I want to know. Yes,
so let me clarify. So Mr. Bandi Sanjay, who is the Telangana BJP state president, Telangana is a small state. It's the youngest state with 4 crore population. And a state with such a small population has been given out more than 2 lakh jobs in the last 8.5 years, government jobs.
Sure.
And let me repeat that no other state would have given these many number of government jobs in the span of 8 years. So when the notifications were going out, Mr. Bandi Sanjay comes out and addresses a press saying that the BRS government is trying to lure youth away by giving out notifications. He says the youth, the government is trying to keep the to keep the youth busy with the coaching centers to help them prepare for the competitive exams.
Sure.
Now, what kind of a silly statement is that by the BJP state president? He doesn't want the youth to be occupied, to be focused on their careers.
Sure.
He wants the youth to rally behind him, take the path of agitation, create a sense of commotion and unrest in the state, and thereby try to grab power. But it's not going to happen in Telangana. And when you're talking about Minister KTR's office being involved in TSPSC paper leak, let me tell you, the three people who have been identified as the prime accused, whether it's the Public Service Commission leak, Mr. Rajshekar Reddy, whether it's the SSC Telugu paper leak, Mr. Bandeppa, or the latest SSC Hindi paper leak, Mr. Prashant. All three of them are BJP workers. That is the commonality. Now, all the three prime accused. One of them is an ABVP Karyakarta. The other is a Teachers Union Association of affiliated to BJP, and the third person, Mr. Prashant, who was working with BJP State President Mr. Bandi Sanjay. He happens to be working for Namo Modi TV.
Sure.
Which is
so that BJP link is undeniable, is what you're saying. Yes.
BJP. So that is the commonality, and
sure.
And if you look at the numbers, the accusations that were made by BJP that Minister KTR's office is involved, and his PA has leaked the paper, and over 100 people in his home district have secured over 100 marks. This is all false.
Yes.
We've shown the record,
sure.
We've shown the statement to the
Sure,
press.
and it's not just the BJP that made that allegation. The Congress's Telangana chief also made that allegation. Unfortunately, I'm running out of time, but I want to give 30 seconds to Tom Bodakan. Tom Bodakan, can we see this as mere coincidence? One, where allegations are against the ruling party, another case where the allegations are against the opposition there.
Well, naturally, when the TRS minister PA is leaking out the budget leak and everything is attributed to the BJP, do we have access to the budget? What are we talking about? And then the IT minister's office? I mean, we are so great. We would have done greater things in Telangana. We are with the people. We are telling the people what is happening there. When you hold a mirror against them, they don't like that image. And then they put our president for judicial custody. Now, this is a kind of election year. This is going to the people's court, and let the people decide. Why are you so worried? Now, in the case of Kavita ji, that is before the ED. She will come again. She is being treated with great care, time and again. It's not middle of the night we picked up Kavita ji.
Sure.
ED didn't pick up middle of the night Kavita ji and put her did not take her to prison. We followed all formalities, not we. I'm talking about the ED. Now, here is a situation, middle of the night, you go and pick up a man and cook up charges against him. Believe me, you people...
Sure. So whether those charges stick or not, that's something that we will find out. He has been remanded in judicial custody until the 19th of this month. He can seek bail. Whether that happens tonight itself is something that we will keep an eye out on. But I'm completely out of time, and I'd like to thank you both gentlemen for joining us here on this broadcast. We are slipping into a quick break here on